Linton will go to the bench for me if he comes in. So actually, are we looking at players that will then take the place of existing first team players, where the first team players then become the squad players? That would be quite something as well.
That would be my ideal scenario.
Spend it wisely.
25 Conor Gallagher is.
Which is the perfect age, really, for signing.
Perfect age. Yeah. Coming into his prime.
Edison's a cracking player.
But how old is Edison? Is he he's a bit older, isn't he?
25, 26, I think. But he's...
Tim Vickery, the South American expert, described him as a Joe Linton Bruno hybrid.
Yeah.
So he brings the physicality of Joe Linton and energy, but he's got the calmness in possession. You know, he can thread the ball through. Obviously, he won the Europa League with Atalanta last season. And I think really there was rumours we were interested, but Atalanta were asking for like 60 million at the time.
And I won't say I told you so, but I was shouting out for Edison in 2023.
Wow.
Check the receipts.
You could play him anywhere other than really the wide positions or up front for me. You could play him right back, your left back. He's just a top player.
What about there's been some weird rumours going around, and this again relates to the fact that Eddie seems very, very reluctant to use the loan market. And let's talk about us getting a player on loan from Real Madrid. Can you believe?
Is this Rodrigo?
No, it's not.
Is it the striker? Is it that? Is it Fran Garcia or something? Or
no.
Adigula, the Turkish kid.
Hendrick. Is it Hendrick?
Hendrick, aye.
Yeah, man.
Current Brazilian international.
I'll be happy with that.
By all accounts, Madrid are interested.
I think the thing with loans is it all depends on the terms of the loans. I mean, we have terrible problems when we loan the youngsters out and they don't get playing times. Now, if you've got one of the more high-profile people coming from somewhere like Madrid, they might want to dictate how much playing time they have, and that's probably one of the things that would put me off. If you say you've got to play him, well, if he's not cutting it, you don't want to play him. Again, the other thing is, especially in this PSR world, which I hate talking about, but you have to, is there a loan fee and how much that is? Because that cuts into purchasing new players. So the pros and cons about the loan. I mean, it is perfect for someone like Lewis Hall, so you can have them for a year and then buy them afterwards, almost like try before you buy, and you can develop them and then get them at a reasonable price. But for more established or older players, I think you have to tread carefully and be selective. I mean, obviously Villa got Rashford, and his wages were, although Man United had paid a fair part of his wages, but they got him in to get him into the Champions League, and it didn't work. So it can be very hit and miss.
You also have to remember the likes of, we've seen it ourselves, that if you do go for a loan, a lot of clubs want you to have you've got to buy them at the end of the loan deal. And I think Juventus is a big thing on that with the Kelly deal, wasn't it? That in the end they didn't actually want him by the look of it, but because they'd signed up to the loan, they dumped with him. So,
well, I mean, to be fair, they could have avoided the loan deal if they didn't play him. So they obviously did feel he was worth playing.
I don't know if it was through playing or whether it was where they finished.
I think the fans went off him for a while. I know that from the social media. But then, to me, they all appear to get back on board because, I mean, because I don't watch a lot of Italian football unless it's got a specific interest for me. But Kelly, so therefore the reason I'm saying that is because so you can only go on stats.
Yeah.
And if you look at his stats, he was one of the top performers. And it didn't matter which side you look at. Kelly was one of the top performers in the team. So Juventus weren't playing particularly well, but he was still one of the best performers by whichever metric they were using.
Would you want him back?
I wouldn't want him back. No, I think it's a good. It was good that we had a look at him because I mean, a lot of the Bournemouth fans again, they were really upset that we got him on a free. They said he would play for England.
The year before, when there was talk of Arsenal signing him, he was going to be a future England captain. So,
well, Spurs and Liverpool were both after him at the same time we were.
That's it. I mean,
for me,
I'm not disagreeing with what the club did with them. I think they were completely right what they did. But as I say, the point I'm making is around loan deals, that you've got to be careful with this trigger to have to buy them at the end. If that's what that club want. I think, to be honest, loan deals seem to be going out the window a little bit at the minute for bigger clubs.
Berkey, you see with Hendrick, it's a unique situation. I think he's unfortunate that, number one, Xavi Alonso's taken over and he's more likely to be biased to Spanish players. However, this youngster he's brought up from Castilla has really impressed. I think he's got 4 goals in 5 games or something. They're talking about him being the next Raul. His physical attributes look really good as well. The thing with Endrick, obviously he came in with bundles of potential. They bought him when he was 16. He's effectively, from what I've seen, a Pele regen. You know, he's got a lot of the sort of same style and attributes. And if coached well, he could be the world's next big star. I mean, we saw him scoring his debut against England at Wembley for Brazil. So he's got the talent. If you look at when he's played, he's come off the bench or played in cup games. But unfortunately, there's a bit of the media circus that follows him because of his fame. There's the whole thing with his young, I don't know if they're married, fiance or wife as well. All that sort of stuff that comes with it. But
what again, a place to come.
That Eddie could work with. He could end up being
not just Eddie
on Tyneside.
He's got Bruno in G7 there as well.
We're going back to the point as well that we're expecting Eddie to improve players.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Whoa, hang on here, because we're talking about Eddie improving a current Brazil international. You know, you're not actually talking about him needing to improve Hendrick. At least I don't think so. I think he's tremendous.
I think Real Madrid just signed a wonder kid from Argentina as well, who they think is going to be the next Messi.
But the other thing,
I wouldn't be the next Messi.
Baradena or something it's called. It's apparently he's 16-year-old. I reckon he's the next superstar. If you have a look at on the transfers win for Real this year, he's got a big long name. I can't pronounce it.
Oh no, you're on about with all the years in from that Chris has been raving about.
That'll be him. Apparently,
they got him from River Plate for like 35 million, I think.
That's him. Right. Apparently,
Mastodon.
Hang on, Real Madrid saying.
So I don't know what
amongst yourselves.
Hendrick's below 20, isn't he? He's about.
He's only 18.
Yeah, he's literally 18 or 17.
So if you're going to go for a player like that, do you not just go in and try to buy him?
Real Madrid paid 75 mil, so they probably want all their money back.
Franco Mastantuono.
Okay.
Mastantuono from River Plate. 45 million to play. 18.
But no, in all seriousness, with that type of player, if you bring him in on a loan and he has a great season, we're never going to get him. As I said, do you not go in and just think, right, we'll bite the bullet. If that's who we want, we'll go in and buy him?
The brand deals that he's got as well, the price would just be ridiculous because all the branding is going to go to Newcastle, so the commercial value that he'd bring as well is quite eye-watering, I would imagine. I'm not going to portray to be an expert in them areas, but I can imagine you'd be looking to break our transfer record if he had a good season for that is, you'd have to break our record, I think.
Well, if you had a good season, you wouldn't mind breaking our record. Because let's face it, our transfer record at the minute isn't that pretty high.
But that's exactly the point. If he comes in and has a brilliant season and sets the world on light, is he going to sign for? You know, are you just
Yeah,
giving
well,
them
that's my reservation. That's exactly my reservation, Boogie. He comes in, and as you say, working with Eddie, and you know, and he knocks doors out of windows. Can we then retain him, or does he become like a one-season wonder?
But if you sign him,
Can he get the bug? Can he get it?
And we're still going back to Eddie
got us Champions
players.
League, but if he got us Champions League, that might be job done, fee paid. Because based on what you get for Champions League these days, it'll be like, oh, thank you very much. You know.
Yeah.
You never know.
I've not seen anything about these links, by the way, to Hendrick. I don't know where you got that win from, but I'm all happy to hear it. Like,
where did I get it from? I was watching one show last night.
We don't want to know what you were watching last night.
Endrick loan deal.
He was doing that as well when he was watching it.
Oh, being sports. Being Sports, Sports Illustrated, being News, Goal.com, Real Madrid open to sending quote-unquote untransferable forward on loan.
I don't see him selling him. I don't at all.
No. As I said, it was mooted as a loan deal because I prefaced the whole thing by saying Eddie, by nature, I think, is very definitely not sort of inclined to do loan deals unless they are specifically with options to buy.
But Asensio did really well at Villa. You know, he added that little bit of class they needed, you know, to reinvigorate their season when they got knocked out of Champions League. He showed his class. 3 times Champions League winner, you know.
Don't forget to smash the like button. It helps us a lot to keep growing. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications, activate all notifications, that way you get notified every time we go live. And don't forget, you can become a member, get exclusive content, access to all of our live shows on demand at the time that you want. Also, of course, giveaways every month, sometimes multiple giveaways a month. So stay tuned for that. Check it out. Help support the channel. It's a small fee. And of course, you help us and grow. If you hate the Mackhams, smash that like button.
To say that bleeding races. When we got the wheel put on, away we went again. But them that had their noses broke, they came back our him. Some went to the dispensary, and some to Dr. Gibbs's, and some to the infirmary.